Hopefully, it's not going to be too annoying.
Nah, we good. We good.
What's good, family? Here today, we are with my good friend Akil. He is currently out there in Thailand, correct?
Yes, sir. Out here in Bangkok.
All right, you out there in Bangkok, man. And how you enjoying it thus far, man?
Hey, I've been out here getting it, man. I love it. Like the first day, bruh, it was bad. Like landing, you know what I'm saying? Like going through customs was cool. But as
Mm-hmm.
soon as you in, you go out the door and there's all these folks waiting on you. So they ask you what hotel you at. Because as soon
Mm-hmm.
as you land, you got to quarantine. Now, if you vaccinated, you got to quarantine for 24 hours. And if you're not, you got to quarantine for 2 weeks. But if you go to Phuket, they got the sandbox thing where you got to stay in Phuket for 2 weeks. So you can move around the island, but you can't leave, you know what I'm saying, Phuket for 2 weeks. So I was like, that's cool because you can go, you know what I'm saying, move and shake. But in Bangkok, if you're not vaccinated, you in that room for 2 weeks.
Okay, okay. And tell us, how long was the flight over there?
It was like 20 hours. I live in LA, so I flew from LA to Tokyo. I think that was like 8 or 9 or something like that. 10, I don't know, I forgot. And then I had like a little hour and a half layover, and then it was like another 8 to Bangkok. Like total, it was like 18, 19 hours, including the layovers.
Now, is this your first time out there in Thailand?
This is my second. I was in Thailand at the end of January, early February, right before Corona got bad. And actually, I came through Shanghai and I was going back through Shanghai and they canceled that flight. And I was like, oh, so I had to reroute through Japan. So I left like 2 days early because I'm like, man, I can't get stuck out here. And this is like the beginning of COVID. So we really didn't even know what was going on.
And you say you're currently in Bangkok right now. Are all the bars and everything open in that city right there?
Yeah, some of them is open. Like I went to Khao San Road last night, but they close at 11. And some other places close at 10. But I met up with this little you dig, you know what I'm saying? And she was like, hey, I'm up here with my little homegirls. So I went to this little spot and we left around like 2 o'clock in the morning. So you gotta know where to go. But most spots they shut down at like 11. But I heard Phuket is staying open later.
Now, let's go backwards a little bit because everybody's just not getting in the room. We gave them the gems kind of early, so real quick, tell us
Okay.
the process you have to have with all your paperwork you got to have to enter Thailand.
All right, so you got to have this little submit your documents for a health pass. So you got to send a proof of vaccination. You got to have a negative COVID test before you board. You have to stay at a designated hotel that's quarantine only. Well, I guess quarantine. You know what I'm saying, affiliate. You have to have travel insurance, a minimum of 50,000 US, and that's it. Oh yeah, yeah, and you have to submit them your confirmation number for the flight.
Okay, 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 cool,
And
cool,
so
cool.
for the once they'll process that, they'll send you like a little QR code. So if you need to go to places, they'll scan that. Like when I went to Cal San Road yesterday, instead of showing my vaccination certificate, I just showed them that QR code and they let me through.
And
But when you land, I forgot to mention they got the people right there waiting on you to take you to your hotel. But my hotel, there was a mix up and no one was there. So I'm talking to the people. I'm like, yo, can you get in touch with them? So they call and they're like, we can't get in touch with them. I'm like, well, what am I supposed to do? So I'm talking to the lady. So one thing about Thailand, they don't give a damn about customer service. So I'm like, look, who can we talk to, you know what I'm saying, to get this going and get it moving? I told the chick, I'm like, I want to talk to the supervisor. And she said no. I'm like, what you mean no? I'm like, you don't know what's going on. I don't know. We need to get somebody on the phone who does know. I'm like, bro, I just flown like almost 20 hours. Like, I'm ready to get to my hotel. I landed at 11:30 at night and I didn't leave until after 2 in the morning. So they couldn't get a hold of my hotel. So I'm like, yo, what's going on? Next thing I know, 4 cops show up. I'm like, what's this about?
right,
So
right, right.
so I'm like, all right. So I'm still like, hey, what's going on? I'm trying to talk to the people. They ignore me. I'm like, all right. So I pull my phone out. I'm like, yo, check this out. I'm like, hey, what's going on? Where I need to go? You know, who's picking me up? More cops show up. I'm like,
What?
what is? Yeah. So I'm talking to the people. I'm like, yeah, what's going on? They're like, calm down. I'm like, listen, I'm calm. Like, I just want to know what's going on. Like, I've been here over an hour. So they, you know what I'm saying, keep giving me the runaround. So I'm starting to like get pissed off. I'm like, I need to just chill. You another country. So man, just to calm myself down, I did what Ron Artest did at the Malice of the Palace, where he went laid down on the bench. I took my suitcases and I went a few feet away from everybody and I just laid down. So I'm just chilling. Next thing I know, 2 workers and 4 cops come and surround me. I said, y'all stop. I said, why are y'all surrounding me? I said, I'm by myself. I was never aggressive. I never yelled at y'all. I have no weapons. Why is this? Next thing I know, more cops show up. It's 10 of them. Like I've been recording because I was gonna do a little travel documentary. So I'm like, bro, like it's 10 of y'all and 1 of me. I'm like, are y'all like that cowardly? I'm like, there's people out here that probably need some help, and y'all sitting here looking at me, not doing nothing. So they told me that I needed to pay for a limo to take me to the hotel. So they limo was basically just a little van. And I was like, no, I'm not paying for it. When I booked my hotel, all of that was prepaid. I said, I'm not paying extra. So they like, your hotel will refund you. I'm like, how you know? You ain't even talked to the hotel. So they finally got a hold of somebody and all this. And they keep on like, you need to pay extra. I said, no, I'm not. So some chick at the airport is like, I'm going to pay out of my own money. I said, okay, I've already paid. I'm not paying twice. So it was like 2:30. I finally got up out of her. They took me to my hotel. So the people at the airport and the people at the hotel was making it seem like this was my fault. So I showed the lady, I'm like, hey, when I'm on a flight, I got an email from y'all saying since I already prepaid online that everything was included, y'all just got to pick me up. So the chick at the airport said she paid for my ride to the hotel, and then the lady at the hotel said she paid for my ride. I said, one of y'all lying, because homegirl said she paid for it. Now you said you paid for it. So I told the chick, I said, look, man, this was a major inconvenience, and I was harassed. I was like, if I wanted to be treated like this, I could have stayed in America. I said, there was literally 10 cops surrounding me for no reason. You know what I'm saying? And I was heated, and I'm like, is there a discount or something y'all can do to compensate me? Because I had to pay to take the COVID test the next day, and then when you quarantine, they give you food. So the lady laughed, and I was like, "Yo, I'm not playing with you." I'm like, "I'm pissed off," and I'm like, "This is your fault." So she knocked off a couple of dollars or whatever, and I quarantined in a hotel, and I mean, it was weak for real. Like I woke up the next morning, they came, they did the little nose test, and they was like, "You should have the results within 8 hours." So I was like, "All right," but I was just over it. And I was like, man, let me see if I can sneak up out of here. So I went outside and I didn't see no one because at first, like a few months ago, they was like, they got people on the floor watching you. So I didn't see nobody. So I'm like, let me creep downstairs. I'm in the lobby, and I see people, but all the workers, what I'm saying, that was there when I checked in was gone. There was only one lady and maybe a doorman. So they was gone. So this was all new people. I'm like, they don't even know me. So I could really dip. But I'm gonna chill. This one chick was like, you might get caught up and go to jail. I was like, all right, I'm gonna chill. So I just waited on my results. They brought me food. The food is horrible, bro. Like there's little options that you can choose.
Oh, what?
I forget, man. One of them was some eggs. Another one was salmon. It was cold, a little flimsy piece. It was nasty, man. So they told me
So, and this is the hotel food.
Yeah, this is the hotel. Yeah. So like when you quarantine, like you can't leave. Like they'll bring you your food, all that's like prepaid.
So wait a minute. You have to actually stay in your room the whole entire time.
They want you to, but I'm defiant. So I was over it, and I'm like, I'm finna go book a hotel like across town or whatever. I'm finna just skate because I was tired of being in there. You know what I'm saying? And like, I be bringing my Fire Stick with me, so I couldn't even like watch like my Fire Stick because the TV was like so close to the wall, I couldn't even plug it in. So I'm bored. Then UK playing, I couldn't even watch the UK game. They was playing Duke, so I was like, man, I was just bored. So I met this little chick when I was in LA, like right before the plane took off. She lived in Thailand. So we talked, bro, like pretty much the whole flight. Cause I only slept like 3 hours in the whole flight. So like, where you staying at? I send her a picture of the hotel. And she's like, that's across the street from my house. I was like,
oh,
what?
nice.
So I was like, all right. So she's like, yo, tell them to give you a view of the buildings. And I was like, all right. But by the time I went through all that stuff, I didn't ask for no specific room. I'm like, just give me whatever. I just want to go to sleep and get away from y'all. So the room was straight, had a nice little view. So I'm recording outside. I'm like, hey, is this any this familiar? So she hit me back a couple hours later and was like, that's my building right there. I was like, damn. So I went back to sleep. And then when I woke up, I had a message from her. So we talking. And then she's like, look outside. So I'm looking outside and I'm like, I don't see you. And then she's like, look at the bridge. So I look and I see her, bro. She waving. I was like, oh, damn, she was legit. So I was like, I see you, I see you. So then she goes in the crib and she's like, go to the window. I'm like, all right. So I go to the window. She's like, I see you from my crib. So I'm looking. I'm like, where are you at? So I finally found her. So I can see her from my window. She can see me. So she's waving and all that. So I told her what happened with the police and how the food was nasty. So she's like, I got lunch at 12. I'm going to bring you something to eat. I was like,
nice.
ooh. So she was like, am I able
So hold
to
on. Huh? Okay, go ahead. You about to ask. You about to say it. Go ahead.
She was like, am I able to bring it? I told her, yeah. So they got this thing out here called Grab. It's like Uber. Like they'll you can get a ride, you can get a taxi, a motorbike, and you can get food delivered. So when I came in that night, I just got some KFC. It was like 3 a.m. And she was like, I'm gonna bring you some food. So I was like, yeah, you can bring it to me. It's cool. I was like, just meet me in the lobby. So I went down to the lobby. We sat and chilled for like 15, 20 minutes. She gave me the food. No one knew that I was a quarantine patient. And then I went upstairs. So it's about a quarter till 5. There's a knock at the door. I'm thinking it's the people telling me I can leave. It's the cleaner. And I was like, yeah. And they was like, we want to clean. I was like, I need to leave. They said, yeah, bruh. I dipped. I was supposed to wait till my COVID test results came back, but I was like, man, I'm over it. I'm like, obviously I'm good if they sent the cleaner ladies up here. So I dipped out, man.
Okay. That's what's up, man. I got a quick question for you from JM with a $5 super chat. I appreciate that, my bro. He says, is there any record of people catching COVID staying in those designated quarantine hotels that you know of?
No, not that I heard of, no.
Okay.
I was thinking, like, what if somebody does have COVID? Because, like, they was literally knocking on the door and just handing me my food. Like, the only people that had on, like, the little biohazard outfit was the lady who did my COVID test. Everybody else was just bringing me my stuff. And I was like, y'all don't even know my results. But for real, all of this, bro, is just a money grab, dog. This whole...
That's what I was going to ask you next. Did you feel like it was money motivated at the airport?
Probably so. Maybe.
So they went all through that basically to try to get some extra money for a limo from you.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
No limo, it was a little regular van. And then, matter of fact, what I rode in was like a little SUV type ride. Oh, it wasn't nothing, you know what I'm saying, spectacular at all.
Okay, so now you said that you booked your hotel previously, before you got on the flight.
Right.
How did you find your hotel? Like, how do you find the quarantine hotels you can choose from?
Oh man, I just Google quarantine hotels Bangkok. So they have a list of places and you just choose whatever. And then if you in Phuket, they got villas that you can quarantine in. So I was like, man, quarantine in the villa. But yeah, I just Googled and just picked whatever. But like 8 months ago, I was looking them up because I was thinking about coming. I'm like, I might do the 2 weeks. I don't know. Let me see what the prices was. And it was expensive. But my spot, man, it was only $26 for the night.
Okay, that's not bad at all. And that's food included.
Yeah.
Okay. So, but you're vaccinated, right?
Yeah.
So you only have to spend 1 day. So can you recommend, you have any suggestions for guys that are not vaccinated flying out there?
Go to Phuket, and then after those 2 weeks, come to Bangkok.
Okay.
It's not worth it, you know what I'm saying, to come out here unless you live here. But if you just try to come over, and if you got like 2-3 months off and you can, waste away the little 2 weeks, then do it. But other than that, I would just go to Phuket, and you able to go party and be normal. You just got to stay on that little island, and then after 2 weeks, you dip.
Okay, so everything is open. There's no curfews in Phuket.
No, in Phuket, man, my people was telling me that like it's cracking out there, like Bangla Road. I'm thinking about going next week because my birthday's on Wednesday, and they have a full moon party on Friday. So I'm trying to go out there for that. And I went to Phuket last time I was out here, but I only for like 2 days. So I don't know. I'm gonna try to see.
Okay, nice, nice, nice. Now, what's the big difference between like Phuket and Bangkok? Like, are there some major differences in the nightlife and everything, or?
Yeah, Bangkok is the metropolitan city and all that. But Phuket, it's a beach town. It's real laid back. The water is wonderful. So yeah, that's basically all it is a beach town in a big city. And then like
Hmm.
the flight is only like an hour anyway. And then like I was looking
Okay,
online.
okay, hold on. So you got to fly. This is the island, so you got to fly there from Bangkok.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so is it any way possible for guys to fly directly into Phuket, or do you have to fly through Bangkok
No,
first?
no, you can fly right to Phuket.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
So that seems like it's a little bit more reasonable for guys that's not vaccinated. They can
Right, right,
just fly straight to Phuket, and you're not really quarantining. You just got to stay on that island basically.
right.
Okay, that's not bad.
Program.
And say that one more time.
They call it the sandbox program.
Right. Okay. 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 Now, for the guys who's not vaccinated, you should have to take a PCR test before and when you
Yeah.
arrive.
Yeah, 3 days before you get there, you need to have a test, and then you got to have one before you 3 days before you leave to get back to America.
Okay. Okay. Let me hit this super chat real quick. Shout out to Marquise 912 for the 5 super chat. I really appreciate that, my dude. He says that we're going to Thailand in April for, I guess that's Songkran. Is that how you pronounce it? Songkran?
Man, don't get me the line.
Nice, nice, nice. All right, so you said Bangkok has like a curfew. They close everything at 11 p.m., correct?
Yeah, that like it's not. So they did have a curfew for 10 o'clock, but the curfew
Mm-hmm.
got lifted November 1st. But like the clubs and the bars, a lot of them they close in like 10:30, 11. But there was other like little
Mm-hmm.
restaurants and stuff, you know what I'm saying, that was open little mom and pop little street little food restaurants, like they was open. And we found this one little underground bar. Matter of fact, I'm gonna hit this one little chick up in a minute who I was with last night to see if what she doing.
Okay, nice, nice, nice. Yeah, fellas, do me a big favor, hit that like button for your boy. Now let's get into the meat of everything, man. What is the vibe out there like? Well, I mean, what's going on out there with the ladies and everything? Like, what's going on out there? Did you do any pre-gaming before you touch down, or you just hit the ground running?
So man, I learned. So if you don't know, man, fellas, get Tinder Plus. All right, it's
Mm-hmm.
like
Mm-hmm.
$30. You can move your location anywhere in the world. If somebody likes you, you'll be able to see it. So you ain't got to keep swiping. So I always do that before I go somewhere. So I did it. You know what I'm saying? I had a few matches before I got there, and I met that one little chick. And we went. She gave me the food. We went out we went out yesterday. Yeah. We went out yesterday. I didn't see her for like a day or two. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Step by step. I hung out with the little chick who came to my hotel.
Mm-hmm.
I got this little white chick who from Cleveland. She a math teacher. She live out here. I met her last year on Tinder. We chilled or whatever. So as soon as I left the quarantine hotel, I went right to her crib. You know what I'm saying? She was waiting on me. So
Mm-hmm.
she had some food ready for me and everything. Had my little whiskey. So I chilled with her for like 2 days. But I had some other plans, some other people. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna catch back up with you. So the chick that brought me the food, we went out yesterday, man, and she's so cool. Like what I like about these Asian chicks, from my experience, like none of them ask for money. Well, I take that. But during COVID, like two of them did, but it was chicks that I just talked to. I didn't even hang out with, and I'm like, bro, I ain't got nothing for you, but good vibes and fresh vibes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Right.
But
Okay.
but this chick, you know what I'm saying? Like she works like a regular job. You know what I'm saying? She ain't out there hoeing and all that. And
Mm-hmm.
we met up. We went to a temple, which was cool. I told her I want to go to a temple because I've been on some like a lot of like strong positivity and just trying to get my mind right and all that. So I was like, I just want to go and just breathe in and just try to get some good energy. So like that was cool. We took like this little boat on this little dirty river, which people do. It's kind of like transportation, like a little water taxi. So we did that, man. We walked around. I was like, yeah, I want to get some massages because massages is like $20 for a body massage. An hour foot massage was like less than $10. It was like 8. So I was like, you know what I'm saying? That ain't nothing. I'm like, come on, baby, we finna go get some massages. So we get that, man, and we just like hang out. Like I'm trying to like pay for stuff, and she's like, no, put your money up. I was like, damn, you want to pay for me? So, we hung out, and like one of her homegirls, buddy, was like their birthday or something. So we went to this little restaurant. We went out to the club,
Okay.
kicked a little time. She had just got her second dose of the vaccine. So she was like, I'm kind of tired a little bit. And
Mm-hmm.
she had mentioned earlier in the day about something. She's like, yeah, I'm still on my period. Damn, you are. I was like, well, since you're on your period, I know this night is going to be cut short because I don't have time to waste, and I'm not trying to sleep alone out here. So, and she got a little baby too. So I dropped her off, and I met up with a chick. Man, I'm okay. I'm missing out. So when I was staying at the white chick's crib, she was at work. I went out with another chick. I call her Hookah Bay because she always smoked hookah, and we went and smoked hookah and chilled out. So after I left Neighbor Bay, me and Hookah Bay hooked up last night. We went to this little club. Me and her little homegirls, man, getting buttered, and it was good ass. Yeah, like her little homegirls, they was all drunk as hell. We in the tuk-tuk. It was like 5 or 6 of us. It was me, the little chick, 4 her homegirls, and her cousin as a dude. Like we all in. I had like 2 chicks on me. We just crammed in there, just having a good time. We go eat, and then we dip out. So like her homegirls was like, "You finna go get you some," and her cousin looking, and I looked dead at him. I said, "Hey, bro, I'm finna give it to your cousin tonight." I was like, "You can get mad if you want to, but it is what it is. She chose me." So
She chose, okay. And yo, and all these receipts, because you're in the private Facebook, Black Men Travels 2.0, all the receipts are in the Facebook group.
I
You've
don't
been
mind.
posting heavy.
I'll be fine.
Right.
So man, yeah, bro. So she came back to the spot last night. We kicked it, and then this morning I got a Pattaya Bay who was supposed to come out here, get her vaccine, and then we supposed to go to Krabi Island.
Okay, real quick, before you finish, what's going on out there? Because I know a lot of guys go to Pattaya. Like, what's going on with Pattaya?
Bruh, Pattaya is a ghost town.
Oh man, okay.
Walking street is nothing. It doesn't exist right now. I'm gonna probably go in a couple of days. I was supposed to have went today because me and homegirl was gonna go to Krabi, but it was like not snowstorm, but a thunderstorming out there. So I was like, let's hit up Phuket, but it's thunderstorming out there too. So she was like, all right, let's go to, I think it's called like Koh Samat. It's like I think she said like a 45-minute speedboat trip from Pattaya. So I was like, but she did some old weak shit. I mean, weak stuff, my bad, today. So I was like, man, go ahead and go back to Pattaya, and I'll holler at you whenever I get out there.
Okay, so are the women because a little flaky out there as far as the dating?
Man, ain't none of them stunned. Man, I was exchanging like 2 or 3 messages. I'm like, yo, you trying to meet? Yeah, let me know when you free. I've had girls be like, let's meet up. But I've been with the other little chick and shit. I mean, stuff. But I'm here to the 28th. So I'm here for like a total of 20 days. So I'm about to start making more of my rounds. But, bro, I've been like double and triple booking. Like, I was with 3 chicks today, just hanging stuff. Like,
right.
And then I came prepared, my uncle told me about that Royal Honey VIP. I ain't had to use it yet. But listen, though, here's a crazy thing, man. I'm kind of proud of myself. The day before my flight, I only slept 2 hours. I slept 3 hours on the flight. And then being here, I've been not really sleeping. But with that, the adrenaline and all that, I ain't had no problems. I haven't needed to use the Honey VIP. But I'm trying to take Neighbor Bay to a little island and break her off. So I'm going to open up a little package of that. But the women, they show you love, especially if you black, because they love black culture. Like I'm chilling with this one chick. She's like, I love R&B. I said, who you listen to? She's like, some. Like, damn, I wouldn't expect you to say that. But man, hell yeah. Since the American
do the clubs in Bangkok are playing hip hop?
Some of them do, yeah. A lot of them do, and then other ones play like, you know what I'm saying, they cater to everybody, but they do have like they serving like just rap clubs. Like in Bangkok, in Pattaya, like all over, in Phuket. So yeah.
Nice. Now you mentioned that they really love black men out there. Is it like some really hard choosing? Like when you're walking around, during the day, are they choosing like that? Like what's going on with that?
No, so it depends now. The regular girls, they might in a club or something like that, or if you see them in the street, they might eye you and stuff. But certain areas, like where girls and stuff is, like if you were the chick, they'll come. For the most part, a lot of them are just online and like they engage with you and they'll talk like, bro, it's so easy. And like the African dudes who they cleaning up, but you know they like the African dudes, but they love American black dudes because we what they see on TV and all this little junk. They love us, and then me, they like, oh my god, I love your hair, and so they touching all on my hair and everything, and like they think is such a handsome man. I've heard that so much. I'd be like, yo, you lying to me because they be saying this now. I'm like, yo, can't you see my face? How am I gonna be a handsome man? You don't know what I look like.
Right. So let me ask you this real quick: are you solely working off Tinder, or are there like a Thailand, Cupid, or anything like that? Is that the one website you're working off of?
I'm just using Tinder and Bumble, but man, bro,
okay, like Bumble. Okay.
Since I came out here, my Bumble's been dry, but my Tinder's been hitting.
I mean,
excuse me, my Tinder's been dry, my Bumble's been hitting.
Okay, cool.
And then the chicks, they got to hit you up first. So some of them might ask a question or like send like a little gift saying like, hey, or whatever, and then I'll take it from her. But it's so easy, like, bro, if you can't get Cuddy out here, something wrong with you. Because all you got to do is just be nice. That's it. Like I was just myself, I'm just joking. They laughing.
So hold on. Let me stop you right there real quick, bro. So you telling me that you don't have to have no macking lessons or coaching sessions from the PUA coaches like Lucario and all that good stuff?
Just listen, you already in there because you black and you American, and then you over there. All you got to do is just be cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, just be yourself. They just want somebody to respect them and treat them nice because a lot of them chicks don't even like Thai dudes. And something I'm finding out, I'm gonna post some pictures of like different women, like on the apps. They be like, I'm a chubby girl, I'm BBW, or they'll have like a pig emoji. And they don't even be fat, bro, not even close. But over here, like they this thin, you know what I'm saying? So if you got some meat on you, they call you fat. Like my little neighbor babe, you know what I'm saying? She got thick thighs. Got booty on her.
Got the nicknames for. That's what's up.
Oh yeah, I got to have nicknames, man, because a lot of their names I can't really pronounce, but they do have nicknames. But my own personal nickname is better, you know what I'm saying? And they won't know them nicknames, no way. But a lot of them, you know what I'm saying? I've been out with a couple of them. They was like, yeah, the Thai men say I'm fat. I'm like, look, Thai men and white boys will say you fat, but Hispanics and blacks will love you. Like, don't I was telling no chick earlier, I'm like, bro, don't even listen to them. Like, I said, they probably gay anyway. Like, if they don't want to get with you, something wrong with you. For real, bro.
And I got a good question for you. Let me catch the super chat real quick. Shout out to Highlander 2016 for the $4.99 super chat. I really appreciate that, my guy. He says, live your life or kill, and shout out to BMT, Aaron, for the great content and showing support for Thailand. Man, appreciate that $5 super chat. Really appreciate that. Now, let me ask you this about the safety. Do you feel safe out here? Like, what's the safety going on out there?
Dog, I felt unsafe in the airport around all the police.
Okay.
I'm going to tell you how it is. Like, yeah, there's messed up people in this world, but people out here are cool. Like, people have, like, little shops selling, like, souvenirs. They don't have no gates. They got a tarp and a clip, and they leave. And nobody messes with their stuff. People will have their shoes outside on the sidewalk. This one chick that I was messing with, she used to own a clothing store. She had mannequins fully dressed out there. Like, somebody might take it here and there, but the average person, nah, man, they don't be on that over here. Because I was telling them, I'm like, hey, in America, you be cleaned out. If you put a little tent or tarp and a clip on your stuff, it's gone. But over here, nah, man, they don't be on that. The people are cool if you need directions. Now, I will say, they don't get specific in directions. They ain't gonna say like take a right here and then take a left. They just gonna point and be like, go that way, and then you on your own. And a lot of people I heard speak English too. So
okay, that was my next question. What about the language barrier?
Man, no, like all the chicks that I've met and stuff, they all speak English, and they be like, I don't speak English good. I'm like, I can understand you, you understand me.
That's the big part.
Some of the older folks might not know English, but if you go to stores and stuff like that, yeah, like they know. But and like me, like, man, I just point to what I want. Like, I love the street food, so I point to what I want, and I just be like 2, 3, and then yeah.
Okay, let's talk about that. But let me catch the super chat, and I'm gonna ask you another question.
Okay, cool.
Shout out to my guy, Club Fillers Incorporated with $5. Look like that's the euro. He said this guy is spot on. Great info. Thai girls love the brothers for real. It's 100% safe in Thailand. Appreciate that
Hell yeah.
$5 super chat, bro. Now you mentioned that the food in the hotel wasn't that good. How is the
Horrible.
food like in the restaurants and the streets out there?
Man, I've been wanting to do like street food for the first few days. I was with this one little chick. She ain't got no nickname, not yet. But we went to
Uh-huh.
this one little restaurant in the mall because she was like, "Where you want to eat?" I said, "Baby, I didn't come here to go to the mall and eat, you know." But
Mm-hmm.
we found like a little restaurant, and they was like busting heads in there. I was like, "Damn, man, we could have went somewhere else and got something
Mm-hmm.
like cheaper." But I've been getting a lot of street food, like fried chicken, sausage, beef, different little stuff. Most of them I don't even know what it is. I just pick it and like
I
let me
was, I
try.
was going I was going to ask you that next. Now we know about the exotic foods over there in Southeast Asia, man. Have you tried anything crazy like
Yeah,
fish eyeballs or something like that?
yeah, I did last time, and I'm gonna do it again. So last year
Mm-hmm.
I ate a scorpion, some crickets, and some bugs. So I want to do a scorpion again.
I get an
And
iron cat
hey, yeah,
stomach, coach.
I'm about that life,
I'm the
baby.
same way. I like trying different foods too. I am not gonna lie to you.
And then I heard they do like the snake blood, so I want to take a shot of the snake blood.
Oh, I've heard about that. Now it's with
Yeah,
alcohol, right?
yeah, it's like wine or something like that. Yeah.
Oh man, that's dope. That's crazy. See, I'm adventurous like that too. I'll be wanting to try different things, but I just don't know if I can do the bugs, man. Maybe the crickets. Do they do something with the crickets?
Yeah, so they put like this like little seasoning type thing on it. It was straight, bro. I was throwing it in my mouth like it was chips. I was with the chips. She was like, "Yo, you killing them crickets, but you." She's like, "Before you think you're gonna kiss me, we got to go to the crib. You got to brush your teeth." I said, "I
Oh, that's
got you."
real though. That's real. That's real. That's what
Yeah,
my sister would say off rip.
yeah.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up, man. Now let's talk about the pricing out there, man. You say you only paid $26 for the hotel. What's the Airbnbs like that out there?
Around the same price, maybe a little
Okay.
more. But
So monthly wise, how much you think?
oh, like my one little homegirl who's a teacher, I think her rent is like $400 a month.
Okay.
Yeah, and like these are nice apartments too. Like yeah, small Asia, but I mean it's nice. You know, a lot of them you have a nice little balcony. They have pools and like they pools at the apartments are like killing Americas because they be having like the infinity pools and it'd be like on like the 10th or like the top floor or whatever. So like I
Mm-hmm.
like and like I'm actually bro thinking about moving out here. Like if it wasn't for like
Mm-hmm.
if it wasn't like my podcast and all that, I'd probably move now. But my podcast has been doing good, and I live in LA. And I'm like that's where I need to be, and I like
Mm-hmm.
doing face-to-face interviews. So I do my face-to-face occasionally over the phone. But I'm like, man, being out here, I said, nah, it's not gonna work. But I did bring my equipment because like in my bio on the date naps, I put, you know what I'm saying, I do podcasts. So different chicks is like, oh, what's the podcast about? I'm like, I'll send you a link. So I had to talk to like two of them. I say, yo, you can be on here if you want to. So next
Mm-hmm.
week, start, recording a couple of chicks and have them on the show too.
Yeah, shout out your podcast, man. Is it on YouTube or what platform is it on?
It's gonna be on YouTube in a few months. I just moved into a new crib, so I'm about to start
Mm-hmm.
filming. But it's called the Fresh Podcast, Fresh with three H's.
Mm-hmm.
I'm on the iTunes. I've been on the iTunes charts for like a year straight. I'm legit on the iTunes charts in like 4 countries right now. I done hit number one twice. I'm on every platform out there. You know what I'm saying? I've had
Dope,
people on
dope.
y'all probably know of, or some people you haven't heard of. But yeah, man, I just be on there just keeping it real. I'm more graphic than who I am now. It's very hard for me to like to not be cussing and saying wild stuff right now, but I'm
Right,
respecting
right.
the
We gotta do a Patreon video next. That's what we gotta do. We'll do a Patreon
hey,
video next time. We get
hey, bro. Like I brought my Canon out here. I was like, man, I might start me a little OnlyFans Thailand edition and shoot hella
blow up.
man for real. And they'll probably
Nice,
be
nice.
and
Now let me
yeah, but
let me ask you this. As far as you say you want to move out there possibly permanently, in your guesstimation, because I know you kind of new out there, as far as you stay out there long term. What budget minimum you think you have to be able to live out there?
Minimum 15,000.
15,000? You talking about? I'm talking about monthly.
1,500 to 2,000.
Oh, 1,500 to $2,000 a month.
Yeah, because
that's
apartments.
pretty reasonable.
Yeah, apartments. You know what I'm saying? If you're trying to get something super fancy, that might run you 800 to a stack. But if you just want something regular, that's like 300 to 500.
Okay. I got a question here for you, real quick. Another question. Somebody's asking what area are you at currently?
Right now I'm in Central World.
Okay, cool. That's in Bangkok, right?
Yeah, I'm in Bangkok. And like these apartments,
nice.
they come fully furnished. Beds, everything, and most of them Wi-Fi is included. You just got to pay, utilities.
Okay, I got another good question for you. Do Thai chicks come in dark skin? You see any dark skin Thais out there?
You know what? It's funny you said that. No, not really, but there's a chick that and I know, and I found that we know her from.
I know her. Hold up.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's mixed though. But yeah. Her crazy ass. Matter of fact, she blocked me earlier today because she kept calling me like.
Is she Thai or Filipino?
Her mama's Thai, and she said her daddy is Saudi and African. You know what I'm saying? But she's dark brown skin. You know what I'm talking about?
I think I do. We gotta set up the Patron.
Yeah, man. She blocked me earlier, man. Like her crazy ass, because like she just kept calling me. I'm like, I was trying to take a nap, and then she called me. I was in a cab, and I didn't answer. And I'm like, bro, I'm in a cab. She's like, you can't talk. I'm like, bro, I'm not finna have a conversation with you in a cab. And yeah, but she blocks me all the time. I'll get unblocked or whatever. But yeah, man, that's the only like dark skinned Thai chick I know. But a lot of them are like super light skinned, and they put that little makeup on to make them look powdery. And I need to ask one of my chicks, like, yo, why them Thai chicks be doing that? I don't know, but a lot of them are having babies by black dudes, so there's gonna be a rise in population of darker skinned Thai people.
You already know. Anywhere we set up at, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and sum up the show. I'm not gonna keep you too much longer. I know it's like 12 o'clock at night out there. Can we do a quick rundown of just the sandbox program again before we go for the guys who just kind of came in the room on what you need to visit Thailand? Vaccinated and non-vaccinated.
Okay, so if you vaccinated, you got to get a thing called a health pass. And you send in your vaccination certificate. You have to send in your hotel information, your flight information, and and you have to have travel insurance. That's regardless, you know what I'm saying, for everybody, vaccinated or not vaccinated. But there's two separate things that you can choose from. You can choose for the vaccinated for 1 day. That's what I did. And then choose for the non-vaccinated. And I'm pretty sure you need to upload all them documents minus the vaccination certificate. But yeah, you just need your insurance. It was 100,000, but they dropped it to 50,000. And yeah, that's it. So if you're not
real quick, what are you uploading these forms to?
There's a Thai government website, and then also the insurance, man, for 20 days, it was only like $22.
Oh, that's not bad at all.
Yeah, and it's from Allstate. It's from like an American insurance company too.
Okay, so if you upload all these forms, you have to bring them with you when you fly into the airport, right?
No, you don't. I kept it on my phone, but when I checked in, they wanted me to email it to them, and they want a PDF form. So make sure you convert it to PDF. I'm like, yo, y'all could have told me this before I got here. So yeah, it needs to be in PDF form, and I just had to email it to them when I checked in, and then they went and checked it out. Then they printed off the little paper and all that. But yeah, and then I had to show them my health pass too. Like I wouldn't even, because I was thinking, I was like, I haven't got my health pass yet. Will I get on the flight? But luckily they sent it, because I was like, I don't know if they was gonna let me on or not. And like the health pass, they kept rejecting it because I was sending in the right information, but it was the wrong form. And then when I finally they approved it, I was like, cool. So like, I guess I saw that I was coming there quickly, and they processed it quick. But like, this is a whole new program, so it's kind of a SHIT show going on right now because they ain't got it figured out. But yeah, so I recommend if you come to Thailand, go to Phuket because it's cracking out there. It's a beach town, and you can move around. You ain't got to be stuck inside the hotel. You can venture off to other islands on Phuket, and you can party. But you know, if you want to go to Thailand and you want to come to Bangkok, and you don't care about sitting in a hotel for 2 weeks with food that sucks, go ahead. You know what I'm saying? You can do it. But for real, they wasn't watching me, so you could probably come for a day or two and jet for real. Because nobody reached out to me to be like, you need your results. So I don't know. I was just tired of being in the room. I'm like, I'm ready to go. But man, fellas, like, come out here. Like, the women, you know, are beautiful. And one thing I was cautious of is the lady boys. Like, the first time I came out here, I thought they was gonna be like everywhere. Like, every time I turn my head. Since I've been here, I've only maybe seen like 4. And one of them was 6'3". I was with Neighbor Bay. I said, damn, that's a big boy. And she started laughing. But man, the women out here, they love us. They not after no money. They want to please you. I think that's the Asian culture anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like, they want to pay for stuff. Like, they just want somebody just to treat them good, just to be nice to them. And I'm like, bro, if you can't do that, something wrong with you. Like, so easy, dog. Like, yeah, of course, you know what I'm saying? You go to the club, you need to buy a little drink. That's standard, bro, like, in the world. But as far as, like, saying, like, yeah, I'll give you some cutty, you know, for $200, $40. Nah, they not hitting you with that. I mean, there are prostitutes and stuff out there, but the regular ones, the chick that you meet, like, nah, they just want to just chill.
Nice. So I'm gonna end the show with this last question, man. Do you feel like Thailand's worth traveling to in 2021 before the end of the year? Some guys want to try to make a quick jump out there, or would you wait to next year?
No, I'll wait now. I would go now. I would just say, like, if you're vaccinated, then yeah, just spend the one night in Bangkok, the quarantine, and then you be like free like me the next day. But if you're not vaccinated, I say just go to Phuket because it's funner there, the beach, the weather. But yeah, I say definitely yeah, man. Like, go. Like, I'm trying to come out here like yearly. If it was closer, I'd come out multiple times a year, but I'm trying to make a yearly trip out here.
Nice. Well, man, I appreciate you coming on the show, bro.
All good, man. And then, oh yeah, I'm in Facebook jail, you know, for somebody was hating on me, you know, and I clapped back too hard, so I got zucked.
Right. You gotta watch it in our group, man. They be watching us heavy.
Yeah, and hey, also too, I want to say, man, there's a lot of haters in the group, man. Why are y'all here, bro? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
speak on it real quick, because I'll say this, like, for every 1,000 guys we get, you're gonna get about 20, 30 of them that's gonna be haters. Man, that's in any group.
I'm like, bro, y'all.
When we catch it, we get them on out. What we'll do is we'll look at their history and we'll be like, okay, all this guy do is hate. He's not trying to inform people or tell people how to move overseas. He's just here. So we get them on out there as soon as possible, bro.
Yeah, but man, I got a gang of love from all the bros, man. I appreciate y'all. And you know what I'm saying? I know people was curious, and I know there's a lot of dudes in the group who are frequent Thailand goers. So, you know what I'm saying? But quit hating and I'm gonna cuss real quick. Quit hating this shit.
You had me rolling, bro. When you was in one of your photos when you was hitting the bell. You guys gotta join. If you haven't joined that Facebook group yet, Black Men Trials 2.0, make sure you join that Facebook group, man. Brothers, we be in there wilding as much as we can on Facebook until we get the private app, the mobile app. We're gonna have to, you know, kind of keep it PG-13, but
that was popping. So we walked up these stairs and there was like over 20 bells and they was just hitting them. And I asked the girl, I said, what's this for? She's like, maybe for good luck or something. I was like, all right, cool, I'm gonna do it. And then they had the gong and they was like, you know, the louder you hit it, the more successful or famous you're gonna be. So, you know, like I did little movies and our podcast. I'm like, I'm trying to get to the next level and shit stuff. So
and why was you hitting it first? You was hitting on the ground first, then you was hitting it.
Yeah. So you got to hit it on the ground first and then hit the gong.
Mm-hmm. How much did it weigh? Was it heavy or?
No, it was light.
Okay, cool. Let me
Yeah,
catch
it was like up and hitting it.
Nice. Let me catch the super chat real quick, man. We'll go ahead and end the show. Shout out to Charlie Booker with the $5 super chat. He says there's a lot of beautiful melanated Thai women. We used to call them war babies when I was there. Yeah, I heard that term too.
Yeah.
Well, all right, man. Let's do another show before you go, man. We wrap up. How long you gonna be out there?
Man, I'm gonna be here till the 28th.
Oh, nice. Yeah. We'll definitely do a little follow-up show then, bro.
Yeah.
And once again, man, appreciate you coming on, bro.
Thank you. Because for real, bro, I ain't even done nothing for real yet.
Right, exactly. So
yeah,
I'm with, man.
I appreciate you.
And when you get out of jail, man, start back, loading photos in the group, bro.
I thought it was 30 days, but when I went back and checked, it's only 24 hours. So I'll be back posting tomorrow.
Oh, yeah. You did something light then. You did something light. Okay, cool. All right, bro. Once again, man, peace, man. Appreciate you coming on the show.
Later.